okay, before I did my ranting vlog, originally I was going to do one in my living room because currently I have the entire house to myself. This is a rare treat that's not going to last long. So I'm just happy that I was going to do it in the room. I'm happy that I have the house to myself for a little bit. But yeah. So I was going to do this actually in my dining room, or not dining room, in my kitchen, at the little kitchen table counter thing that we have. And the lighting wasn't cooperating because it was like getting ready to storm. Now it's sunny, and now I still can't control the lighting even in my room, although I can control the lighting in my room a bit better. But I don't know, just lighting issues. I need to get a better setup. Anyway, so on to the video game vlog. Now that I'm done ranting and raving, I'm still upset about that stuff, but what are you gonna do? So okay, so there's 3 topics I want to discuss. And hang on a second, let me situate myself better. I gotta take my shoes off so I can sit on the bed. This dog is gonna drive me to distraction. But hang on just a second so I can take my shoes off and situate myself better. Alright, so I wanted to talk a little bit today for video game vlog. There's 3 subjects I wanted to cover. I wanted to talk about the Conjuring House, some demo for something that I watched Nose Can Play called Today Is My Birthday, and some Resident Evil stuff. Excuse me, not bad Resident Evil stuff, but like some craziness I said yesterday occurred and I gotta share it. Plus, I was watching somebody's video and I wanted to elaborate on it a little bit. So let's start with the Conjuring House. Alright, so a lot of people have been playing the Conjuring House because it's currently still pretty much dead city in video game land. I'm hoping next year, because how it was in last year, 2017, was Resident Evil came out and like all this goodness came out after it, like Narcosis had came out, Outlast 2 had came out, Evil Within had came out. Like last year was just a banner damn year for horror games. So I'm hoping next year we'll keep up the trend, because next year we have Resident Evil 2 remake, and then I guess not, I'm about to say Husk. Whew, I don't know why I have that on the brain. Actually, I do know why I have that on the brain. I was watching my video review and Crying Is Not Enough, which got a negative view. I don't care. I still hate that game and it sucks. So I don't know what the fuck you want from me. But shit, I lost my train of thought. But Husk was actually last year too. The Resident Evil 7. I think I said Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 7 had came out. Then Narcosis, Outlast 2, Evil Within 2. Like, we had a really good run of really great games last year. So I'm hoping next year, like, that'll be the heralding cry for really great games again. Especially in the horror genre. But so a lot of people have been playing the Conjuring House. I'm not gonna do a full review on it, mostly because for me it was a okay watch. I didn't hate the game. It's not one of those kind of games where I was like, oh, this fucking sucked. Oh my god. No, it was actually okay, and there's nothing wrong with being okay. I thought it could have been a little bit better. It was a little jump scare heavy, and like they really, and I really didn't like that exposition dump at the very beginning. It's like 5 minutes of an exposition dump of, oh, this house and blah 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 place. And I mean, that opening sequence where they're telling you about the history of the house, that goes on for a needless while. So like they could have kind of like, I understand there was like information you wanted to be disseminated, but dial it down. Like, you should have just taken it down like a notch or 3. Like, it just was too much of an exposition dump. I didn't like that part, but once it got started, it was kind of interesting. I liked the opening cutscene that was after the exposition dump, where the guy is running from the mutant lady or the witch lady or whatever the fuck she was, and I liked that part. I don't know if I liked the protagonist in it, because he was kind of an idiot. So, like, even toward the end of the game, he's like, what's going on? What's happening? Bitch, You should have all the information that you need because you've been roaming around this fucking house knowing that it's fucked up for like hours now. And why are you still like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Like, okay, all right, man, whatever. So, and again, it was a bit jump scare heavy. There was parts where like I could have gotten a little more nervous and felt a little more apprehensive if they hadn't did what modern horror movies do, where they just have that loud ass sound when the monster comes out. And in all honesty, and this goes to horror movies too, when you're trying to scare people, I think because we are so kind of like desensitized to the or the loud whatever music, we're so desensitized to that it doesn't freak us out anymore. I think for the most part, if you have something quiet and you or like let's just say the monster, like you're walking through the house and you just see flashes of the monster with no audio cue and it just pops up real quick and then disappears, that would fuck me up. That would freak me out, and I would just be like, oh shit. So, but because they do this loud sounds and these loud audio cues, it detracts from it. And honestly, I think we've had that happen so many times now. We are desensitized to it. So stop doing that in horror games. Stop doing that in horror movies. Make the horror subtle. Some of the stuff that has fucked me up, like when I watched what was that, House of Velez. One of the things that fucks me up about House of Velez is it's like it's not in your face. Like it's a real visceral game overall, but you don't get these loud, obnoxious audio cues. It's just real subtle, and then the imagery in that is horrifying. So, but yeah, stop making it overtly scary. The creepiest thing you can do to somebody is mess with their head and mess with their sense of comfort. And that's what a lot of horror games don't get right. They don't mess with that comfortable feeling that you might have. When you're expecting like a loud audio cue, especially this goes on a lot in the Conjuring House. It's just nothing but loud ass audio cues every time a monster is like within two inches of you. It's like a loud ass audio cue. It should have been a lot quieter. And I would have liked it more if it was subtle. Spoiler, I'm gonna spoil the end. The guy burns the woman that basically caused all of the insanity in the house. And this actually annoyed me a lot. So he kills the woman that caused all of this shit. And he is taking his sweet ass time leaving the damn house. The fuck are you doing? If I just killed the person that causes all this horror in a house, you bet your sweet ass I'm gonna be running for the fucking front door. Like, let me get the fuck out of here. No, he's taking his time. He's filing his nails. Like, I don't know. He's digging in his ear, pulling the lint out his dick. It's like, dude, get the fuck out the house. Then when he's right at the door and the door is open, he's like, oh, I can finally leave. Bitch, don't tell people you leaving. Just get the fuck out. Nope. He gonna stand there like a dumbass and then get possessed because this black mist shit floating around the house. And I'm like, he gonna get possessed because he's sitting there taking his sweet fucking time to get out. And that's what the fuck happened. He took his sweet ass to get out. And you deserve to get fucked up at that point. You deserved it because you could have left, but you're sitting there pulling the lint out your dick, and that's what happened to you. So yeah, you deserve what you got. So I don't give a fuck. So yeah, the Conjuring House was okay. Oh, it's raining. Oh well. The Conjuring House was okay. I didn't have any real beef with it. Just a little jump scare heavy for my taste. And overall, it wasn't terrible. I didn't mind watching it. So there is that. Now, speaking of games where they got the atmosphere really good, where I was watching that shit today, really fucked up watching it, was today is my birthday. Now, this is a little indie horror game that Noskin played recently. And it's like, it's the typical stabby clown roaming around trying to kill you. So, and there's a bit of an exposition dump in that too. And I understand that you're trying to relay what your story is about, and I don't have a beef with it per se, but I think there can be other ways you can tell what your story is about. Maybe subtly introduce stuff into it, but I wouldn't know how that worked. But that has a little bit of an exposition dump too. But the guy, basically, the protagonist in that, it's his birthday. There's this amusement park he and his dad used to go to, but the amusement park closed down without any rhyme or reason as to why. And it's his birthday, and he wants to go relive some of those memories and maybe find out why the fuck the slots shut down. So he goes to the abandoned amusement park, and he starts seeing all this weird shit. First thing you see is when you walk up to the window, you see this stabby fucking clown walking around with a chainsaw. And there's no music. It's just ambient sound. And that's what I'm talking about with comfort and setting an atmosphere. That had me so nervous as I was watching it. I'm like this watching it. Like, I didn't want to see what came next. I was all fucked up on it. So that was looking good. That was just a little, like, maybe half an hour demo, but check that out. I'll put a link in the description. I'm terrible at doing that anymore, but I'll post a link in the description about Today Is My Birthday. That's looking good. I can't wait till that comes out. That's gonna have me real fucked up, because it was no in your face music. It was just you walking around in a fucked up place. You seeing all these, like, it's like a dead body in a body bag on a wall. Then it's like a guy trapped in a dungeon. It's a couple people trapped in a couple dungeons, and it's like a dead guy in a bathroom. No music, just ambient sound of you walking around. Occasionally you can hear the stabby fucking clown with the chainsaw, and then the guy be running at you. And that was only one time, and he got killed doing that. So whew, that's looking good though. Check that one out. What was it? Today Is My Birthday. That was a pleasant surprise, and yay. So, all right. So now on to Resident Evil news. So yesterday I was playing around. Hold on a second. Let me pause again. Sorry. All right, sorry about that. I had to go to my Twitter, and my phone shut down. Well, not shut down, but the screen went black, and I have it on password. But I was playing around, and I was thinking about on Resident Evil 3. When you play Resident Evil 3, you get one of 3 Umbrella items. Well, you don't get them, but you see commercials for them. One is Aquacure, one is Safe Sprint, and the other is Advil. I'm just going to call it Advil. Safe-Sprint and Advil are obviously aspirin and Advil. Although Advil is supposed to be an ointment, I don't know. And Safe-Sprint, of course, is a pill. And then there's Aquacure. And I'm like, I was under the assumption for a little while that Aquacure might be for, let's just say when you have, like, it's like Pepto-Bismol. That's what I was thinking. But apparently no. Apparently Aquacure is some feminine hygiene shit. And no. Here's the picture. See, Aquacure. Hold up. Let me see if I can dim this a little so you can see it a little better. And I do know that I suck. And I will continue to suck. And I don't care that I suck. So, how about that? So, okay. There is the picture for Aquacure. You see it's got some ladies on it. Now, it's a tasteless joke, and I don't care that Umbrella had something for yeast infections called Vaginate. That was just my little tasteless joke. So, but I don't know if this is for yeast infections. This looks like, because this is Escape to Ecstasy. So I'm assuming that this is like lube. And this is the thing, I was making myself laugh. I was laughing so hard last night. I was in tears laughing at my dumb joke. And I was like, there's no fucking way I would use Aquacure for lubrication. Because you're setting yourself up to have tyrant virus in your crack. And that's just no. And I mean at a low, even if you don't end up with the tyrant virus in your fucking crack, you're getting a yeast infection. That's some shit that's just hands down guaranteed to give you a fucking yeast infection. And I don't want an umbrella giving yeast infection. A yeast infection at a low, tyrant virus in your pussy at worst. And all of that is just horrifying beyond belief. So I don't know why I was laughing at you getting tyrant virus in your crack, because I'm sorry. That seems like a fate that's just the worst thing to ever happen to you in your life. So I don't know. So there was that. Ew, and Aquacure is for feminine hygiene. Fuck you, umbrella. There's no way I would use that ever in life. So, that is so gross. It was so foul that I can't even believe I missed that all these years. Nope, Aquacure is for your lady parts. Remember, like a couple years back, that dude had made that labia glue. That's what that's gonna give you. That's gonna give you a yeast infection and a UTI, and your life is gonna be over. So, no Aquacure. Thanks, but no thanks, umbrella. Keep your shit out of my crack. So, that was for openers. Yesterday, I also watched this morning, I watched some guy's video about, he was like doing analytics on analyzing the Resident Evil 2 remake, and he pretty much said a lot of stuff I had said. Now, apparently a lot of the old school people like me are complaining about fixed camera angles. I'm not playing the game, so that doesn't really affect me, so I guess that's why I haven't really talked about it. And I don't remember liking that or not. I think I did kind of like it because it did kind of like set that like gooey feeling. Because I remember a time, I actually have a VHS tape of me playing Resident Evil 2, but it's a VHS tape, so there's nothing I can do. And I was cheating, and I don't care. So, but there was this time when I was playing on that VHS tape, where I was around a corner and I could hear the liquor breathing all bad, and it just made me nervous because it was at a fixed camera angle. And that, like, I can see where it's like good to have, but it's not a complaint that I have, so I'm okay with no fixed camera angles. I'm not that old school that I don't appreciate that, or I don't appreciate them changing it up or whatever. That's okay. I'm glad they kept it in third person at least, because I swore like they would be like, no, kids don't want to play in third person no more. And I think there can still be a market for third person. They just don't want to take the risk. And I think you're alienating a whole group of people who still want to play in third person. So I like playing in third person. Not everything needs to be in fucking first person. Can we not agree life is in first person? And like not everybody wants to play in first person, or at least give people the option to switch between first and third. So I don't know, but there was that complaint. He majorly touched on the Ada thing, and he was like, actually I agree with what he said. He was like, maybe they should have had it where Ada, her trench coat was red. And I'm like, but then I can see why they didn't, because then she would look like fucking Carmen Sandiego. If you know who the fuck that is and what that show was, she would look like Carmen Sandiego. But I agree, they should have still made her trench coat red, or left some of the red on her. That bland ass fucking trench coat is not helping. And, pardon me. Sorry about that mail call, but, my beef isn't so much just with the trench coat, even though it is awful. My beef is with them fucking cancer glasses. Why the fuck is she wearing Look. Nobody in 1998 was rocking big fucking cancer glasses like that. Like I said last vlog, that was when we were calling them cancer glasses. Nobody wore big ass glasses then. Everybody had small glasses. Eyeglasses were smaller. Sunglasses were smaller. Why the fuck is she wearing these big fucking cancer glasses? That makes no sense. Nobody had this shit in 1998. So that is where I get pissed off with her characterization change. I think I would have lived with her character change a bit better had she not had them fucking cancer glasses on. And like I said, I think they're doing that because she was working with Wesker at that time. Let me grab for you my Wesker doll. Sorry, mama. See how small his glasses were? You see this? They weren't big fucking cancer glasses. They were tiny, see? get your shit together, Capcom, please. Because I don't even know. And even in Resident Evil 4, when she was working with Team Wesker, she still had the thin Wesker glasses. I don't know. Capcom don't know. They whatever. So I think he had complaints about Claire too. Saying that people were complaining that she curses too much. Everybody in video games nowadays curses too much. They say fuck just to fucking say fuck. So, and yes, I made a point of saying that intentionally. So yes, they all curse too much. And it was after they discovered, oh, we can curse in video games and people don't get all over our shit. And it's like, it's overdone. But my argument is simply this with Claire. She is supposed to be a New Yorker. Her and Chris are supposed to be New Yorkers. And I do believe from New York City, from reading Chris's bio. So, if he's supposed to be a New Yorker and she's supposed to be a New Yorker, one, I don't mind the I really don't mind the cursing in that aspect. And two, I don't even know why people would have a problem with this. But I can see where people just say too many F-bombs needlessly. But in the situations that I saw Claire dropping F-bombs, it was actually warranted and I could see it. But she's a New Yorker, so it's like, you lucky she don't say, hey, how the fuck are you doing when she meet you? So, I don't know. My beef is they have Claire kind of too fruity. And Claire was not fruity. And that's kind of where I'm getting a little pissed off with the Claire Redfield bit. So, I'm hoping that that's just the clips that they showed and with a little bit of hope that she's not all just why am I going to do fuck this? And Claire was not the type to just be like Claire was more of a, alright, we gotta do this and like what the fuck ever. And it doesn't seem like they have her in the what the fuck ever, let's just get this shit done. If she just seems more like, I don't know, and I'm just like, that's not who she was or is. So I'm hoping I'm just misreading it from they just showing limited clips of her or whatever the case may be. But I think that's how they're gonna have her, and that is not gonna make me happy. So, and I'm already not liking the Ada situation, so. I don't know. And I think he was saying the same thing about Leon, too, that Leon is a little too tough. And I agree completely. Leon did not get sarcastic until Resident Evil 4. Now they're making him sarcastic right out the door. And the thing is, I would think Leon's cynicism would come after Resident Evil 2 because he had gone through some shit by Resident Evil by the end of Resident Evil 2. The boy fucking got shot, for God's sakes, trying to help Ada. And then, on top of that, she fucking left him on the floor after he got shot. So, I can see where he became cynical and just sarcastic after that. Because he seemed like he started out really kind of innocent, kind of pure, kind of like, what and live. And I like that about Leon. I don't like this new tough already starting out cynical bullshit, because he seemed like he went into being a police officer for ideological reasons anyway, like he wanted to make a difference in his community or whatever, and that was why he even went into the police academy to start with. But y'all starting this boy all sarcastic and cynical, and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing, Capcom? So, I don't know. So, that is all I have for now, and I'm still excited for it. Oh, quick news. Today, since it's October 2nd, today supposedly, and I just don't know when, the demo for Visage is supposed to be out. I know, I have talked so much shit about Visage, but I'm willing to deal because it's just been such a lackluster horror year that I'll just take it and just deal. So, I need to go look and see if that's going around, if anybody has it, but that's supposed to be up today, and I'll see if anybody's played it. Maybe, I'm looking at you, Noskin, because, like, I love me some Survival Horror Network, but they were on a little bit of a hiatus, and now they're playing the Conjuring House, and I'm done with the Conjuring House. So, I'm looking in your direction, Noskin. You need to get that together so I can watch it. But that is all I have for now, and I will see y'all at some point. Okay,